Hello.
Hi,
How old are you?
31.
Okay, so why do you support this bad bitch boss chick energy?
Well, one from past experiences, and I've noticed with I adopt a boss mentality where I'm an entrepreneur, building 3 businesses in the vertical, and I notice a lot of the guys that I've dated in my past don't match up to what I'm doing in life. And I notice one side.
What industry are you in?
I'm sorry?
What's your industry?
Renewable energy.
So is it multi-level marketing?
I set up the platform that, yeah.
So when you say you have 3 businesses, are they all MLMs?
No. One is just solar for residential and commercial. Then we sell our technology software, CRM for businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Capital.
When you look around these businesses, do you see them to be dominated by minorities?
No. I'm the only black person and a woman.
Okay. So, because when people say entrepreneur, this is why I don't just use the word entrepreneur. Entrepreneur can mean almost anything.
Yeah.
And I'm finding that we have so many entrepreneurs under 30 with no track record of success, don't even have 5 years of track record. So I don't know what it means. That's my thing. You say you got 3 businesses. Did you go to college?
Yes, I did.
Did you finish?
No.
Doesn't matter, I'm just asking.
No.
Okay. So you have 3 businesses, and you saying you find it hard for guys to meet guys on your level? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, I'm having trouble finding a guy who can actually keep up with my pace as far as work ethic. I'm running into guys that have too much time, and I really do.
You have any children?
No.
Okay. Okay. Guys who can't keep up, are these guys employed?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Some are on the black market, and then I find some.
On the black market? Is that what you said?
Yeah, and the drug business, I guess, if you want to call it.
As more as I do these focus groups, the more I sit down with black women, the more I'm starting to hear that y'all will date a corporate banker and a drug dealer or a scammer just the same. It makes no sense to me.
They're all entrepreneurs. It just don't.
That's bullshit. It's bullshit. But it's bullshit. Because when I sit down with other races of women, they're repulsed by dudes who do illegal shit. They all just look at the money. But I'm like, there's supposed to be a difference. You know, the guy who's an accountant versus the guy who's a drug dealer. You're like, well, fuck it. It's all the same. Well, no, it really ain't. It's not entrepreneurs. One's illegal, one's legal. One can have a future and one doesn't.
That's true.
Let's just assume that you are what you say you are. Why can't you date the corporate bankers and the finance guys and the lawyers and the cardiologists? Why can't you get those guys?
I do run into those guys, and right now I'm finding synergy. I'm having a problem just having this energy where I'm attracted to the work ethic and what they have going on, but on a personal level, it's not clicking.
Yeah, I ask you why you can't get them, not why they don't qualify for you.
I get them. It just
No. See,
turned off.
One of the big disconnects is you keep talking about men that don't qualify for you. I'm talking about the men you want. Why can't you get them? Because they exist.
Well, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have time to go out and.
Well, if you got time to deal with men who don't qualify for you, you have time to deal with men who do. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's be real. If you got time to date drug dealers and dudes that are off on synergy, that's time. Time doesn't care where you put it. Why not put it with the caliber of men you want? The question is, can you get their attention?
I sure can, and what I'm saying.
Whoa. Then if you can, make it make sense. Why you're choosing to not deal with these guys and dealing with these guys?
Right now, I'm not dealing with anybody because I was
It's not what I asked. That's not what I asked because you said
Why
you said that, well, because I'm running my show and I'm going to do it. If it's a problem, you can leave.
But how can you understand?
Because I'm running my show and I'm directing this conversation. I'm trying to get to the root of something because you're not answering my question. Now you're starting to deflect. I just simply asked you, man, because you're making it seem like the guys aren't on your level, and that's the issue. Granted, but there are men that you want. The men are above your level. I asked you, why can't you get with these men? And you said, because of time. And I said, well, if you got time to deal with guys that aren't on your level, you can put that time into men that are on your level.
And what I did tell you is right now I've been on a hiatus because I was able to notice that. And now I don't have time for anything, even the latter on both sides of the spectrum.
So when you get to be 60 years old on this bad bitch boss energy, what is your familial and social life look like?
Right now I don't really have much of a social life.
No, when you're 60. Fast forward to 60 years old, what does it look like?
I'm considering I'll probably have to buy my husband or just buy my fun at that time and just enjoy life.
Buy your what? Buy your fun? Because that's what tends to happen. Women who stay on this track end up alone, and they got to buy men. As long as you know what's coming up with it.
Yes.
As long as you know what comes up with it, that's what you end up with. You end up with subpar men. So the question still is the payoff worth that?
Right now, I'll find the time.
No. Meaning, whatever you're doing right now, you know, are you making enough money to make it worthwhile to live this life of subpar men, and in the future having to buy substandard men? I mean, are you making millions?
No.
Are you making hundreds and hundreds of thousands?
Yes.
Yep. As long as you're happy with it, because
how would you recommend I find that man?
They don't want you. They don't want boss bitches. They don't want none of this stuff. They want women who know how to work with a man. They want women who are agreeable. They want women who understand how to support. You're like, you know, guys like that will work with you if there's money in it. Some of them may even decide to sleep with you, but no, they want women who are completely opposite. Because to be a boss bitch, the word is bitch, is disagreeable by nature.
Well, I don't
men don't want disagreeable women. Or women who are, and this is another word that we continue to use. We keep saying men don't want masculine women. We really need to say men don't want aggressive women. So the men that are up there, they want cooperative, agreeable, feminine women. That's the only way to get those men's attention.
Well, in the times that we live in, we have so many women who have to work for self, take care of self. So you have no room left but to be a boss bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy that whole argument tomorrow night. That's bullshit. I'm gonna completely destroy that. We have to argument. I said it Monday night. I'm going to completely obliterate that bullshit. It's a choice you all make.
So
it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You decide to go down a role of being an independent, competitive woman, and then lament the fact that you have to be independent and compete. Where there is women who choose to prioritize relationship, family, higher than being money. Those two women are existing. That's how the Hispanic community has supplanted the black community under 50 years, because they prioritize family over business. And they got more business and family than we do in less than 50 years.
You're right.
So tomorrow tune in. Tomorrow tune in. Because you just gave me the perfect lead. I'm going to completely destroy this with facts. Because you don't have to. You were told that this is what you should do. To go out and put career, job first. Then when that's done, go out and get a man.
But what if you're a woman, a single woman living in New York with no family and no support, and all you're doing is working for self? I don't have time to sit there and
What's the question?
Yes.
If you're a single woman living in New York, okay, what did your mother raise you to be a wife?
No, my mother had me at 14.
Okay, well then that's probably part of the reason why you're a single woman living in New York. Leave New York. You have to live in New York. You don't see the question. You ask the question. First I asked, were you raised to be a wife? The answer is no. Okay, fine. So you're already dealing with the femininity and an agreeableness deficit. Then you're in a rough and tumbled city. I tell you to leave New York, to go where the cost of living may be lower. It is not as aggressive, but you don't want to. And that's part of the problem. What are you willing to give up to get what it is you want?
I would have to give up money to leave New York.
What is money? What is money?
Life, freedom.
That's bullshit. Money is a tool. You can't hug money. COVID should have told you one thing. Money didn't go get water and toilet paper for you. That's why this show exists right now. So many of you so-called money chicks ain't really getting no real money. You're getting more than minimum wage, but you ain't getting millions.
I'm making way more than minimum wage.
Well, you're in New York too, so it's also 245% of the cost of living. So, due respect, the average black woman in this country, 74% of black women earn less than $50,000. I seem to get a show where I'm attracting all of the black women in general, black women in particular, who are entrepreneurs and making six figures. I call bullshit on most of it. And here's the net of it. Why does that not prohibit other accomplished, entrepreneurial, working, educated women of other races from getting men? I didn't hear you. What'd you say? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Well,
the CEO of Pepsi, when she went home to submit to her husband, there are women every day who have more education, make more money, who still have families and have traditional relationships. Go ahead.
Most of those women, before they even became into the roles of power that they have with the families they have, a lot of their prospects, they found in high school or childhood friends and friends. That's how.
So you weren't around men in high school?
Yeah, of course I was. And my child.
So you were around. Excuse me. So you were around prospects. You just weren't taught how to fish for them.
So my prospect passed away.
Man, you just said you weren't taught how to be a wife. That's the difference. You were taught to be independent.
That still doesn't make me, in the sense that I can't learn or be a wife, period.
You asked the question, man. Don't get up. Okay, this is one thing that trips me out with you ladies. You ask the question and I give you the answer, so you're supposed to accept the fact that you are in a deficit. Are you as accomplished in your personal life as in your professional life? Then fix it. Check your ego, check your attitude, understand you need summer school for men. You need remedial man. You flunked husband. Get a tutor, take some of that money you making and put it into relationships. Because you can't fuck your checking account. You can't make babies with your 401k. And your insurance and your investment accounts ain't going to change your diaper or give you your insulin or put your teeth in when you're 72.
So how
Other women seem to recognize that family matters and men matter more than just an orgasm.
That's a fact. And I'm not one who don't feel like I necessarily need a man.
The problem is, the original sin here is baby boomers and Generation X women didn't teach their daughters how to be wives. They taught you how to be independent, which is really to be a man.
Well, I was the man in the house growing up.
Blame your mama. You should have had a daddy. You should have had a man in the house, and your mama should have. And see, the thing is, if daddy wasn't there, we are okay to blame daddy for not being there. But we don't want to blame mama. You shouldn't have been that way. You should have had a dad. I should have had a dad. We should have all, prior to 1965, in the black community, we were married at an 80% rate. We didn't make babies out of wedlock. We actually chose one person, decided to stick with them, and worked together. Now we got a bunch of women who are working for self. And then you wonder why you end up alone, because you were raised to be independent. Huh?
So how do you like that? What would you?
How do you do what? How do you fix it? How do you do what?
How do you help with that besides just telling me to go to school to learn about a man?
Well, first of all, a couple of things. One, I'm a big believer in therapy, number one. Number two, this is a learned skill. If you wanted to be an attorney, you'd have to go to law school. Yes. Okay, here's the question. How much money are you prepared to invest in a 12-month period to get a man?
I was at $5,000.
Better than most, but that's still kind of low, man. I'm going to tell you why. Because the kind of men most women want are valuable. That's $400 a month. Due respect, man. If you're dating somebody, you go out 3 or 4 times, they just spent well over that. New York, you just go to Ocean Prime or Mastro's, and that's $150. You go out twice in New York, that's $4.
To learn.
But but what I'm trying to get you to understand is, if I were dating you and we were dating in New York, every date would be $150, $200 without Uber. And all you're willing to put in is $400 a month to learn what you need to be next to me. But for me, I got to spend more money to get what you already gave other men.
Don't nobody have to spend money with me. You got to spend time.
It's called dating.
Yeah, I would do whatever it takes.
Okay. So to the audience understand the point that women, you think your pussy is worth more than my dick. You think your time is worth more than my commitment. And I'm sorry, there are far more of you than there are of these men over here. You got to earn the dick. You got to damn sure earn the high value little dick energy that all these women keep telling. These guys have little dick energy. You got to earn all of it. Yep. You got to earn the high value little dick. Yep, that's what you got to do. And other women seem to understand that if you want a man of a certain level, you're going to have to earn it. You earn it with your femininity. You earn it with your fitness, your friendliness, your cooperative, your submissiveness, your ability to get along, your ability to cater to him. You do all that up front ahead of the time, and you are easy to get along. You're easy. You're easy like a Sunday morning to be with. See, other women understand that. That's why they get married and stay married. And y'all like, well, I'm the queen. Queen? Ain't no queen without no king.
I don't have that type of energy. I'm just...
I know. I'm talking not to you. I'm talking through you. But at the end of the day, what the issue is women weren't taught how to be wives. All right. And so if I snap my fingers and made a wife school, and if I put $20,000 on it for 12 months, would you go?
I would.
Okay, but you just said you wanted to spend $5,000 in 1 year.
I said
$20,000 in a year. Okay, I'm just saying. But that's the thing, that etiquette classes, all these things cost. Basically, what I'm trying to get you to understand is cost. And women, especially in our community, are okay with going into debt for college, going into debt for graduate school, going into debt for all kinds of things. But the notion of going into debt to learn how to do relationships tends to be repulsive. They think men should be free and that they're the prize. And here's the thing. No one's going to dispel you of this, because the economy makes more money off of you being over there.
All right, so I want to. Where do I start then?
Leave New York. Leave New York. Dead ass. Leave New York. I'm dead ass serious. New York is not a good place to find a. First of all, it's too comfortable for you. How tall are you?
5'7".
Dress Dress size?
8,
How much you weighed last time you weighed yourself?
1.5.
One what? 175? Well, I would say that one, New York is an aggressive environment. I'm not kidding. 2, dress size 4'6". All these things. Where your feminine skills. Okay, your feminine skills. You got a cookbook?
I cook.
Hey everyone, this is Spotlight News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today we are going to look at this MW woman who came into Kevin Samuels' life and she said, Mia, I'm a bad bitch. I don't need a man who's going to give me stress. I don't need this. I don't need this, as you've heard in the background. She said there is what she wants. She doesn't want to be like underlooked. She said, I made my money, I made my everything, so I want a man. Actually, she said she doesn't want a man who has even time, like always on her. She wants a man. She actually, according to my analysis, she wants to be a freestyler in marriage. These days we have been looking up to many ladies who come out and we think making money is the end of the day. Making money is the role of the day. Making money is everything we need. And most especially us black women, we think we make money and you don't need a man, after someone becoming like financially stable. They even start being extravagant about being financially stable and they think, yeah, they have made it in life, and it's too much, most especially to youths, though even those grown up like 30s and above, 30, 35, 36, 40s, they are becoming into that. And at times we end up forgetting to teach our kids what really life is, what it takes, what it costs, what is the outcome of all that we think. So we forget to tell our kids, we end up messing everything, and we forget to tell our kids what life is. If these days you find a single mother, since she went through a single motherhood, so she will not tell her kid or his kid that having a family is good. Actually, they will advise them to read books, get money, get kids, and live their life, not knowing that a family is something good. But again, putting that aside, I don't want to see anyone putting a single mother down, because these single mothers, if you're to look at them, they suffer a lot, they go through a lot. So we should give them respect, though it's not good, but when it happens, we should give them respect, because these ladies suffer a lot. Single mothers, let's not look up to only single mothers. There are also single dads. There are also single dads who have been suffering. Let's not only look at the ladies' sides. Let's also look at the men, because there are also single dads who have suffered a lot in this case. So guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I think Kevin Samuels was intelligent, but he was so intelligent, we respect him, Papa. Though in some videos you see when some ladies are putting down, yet they're telling them the truth. What I liked about him, he could tell you the truth. He was not, let me say, he was straight. Not like these motivational speakers who come around and they pass around by without telling you the truth. He will tell you what he really felt and not what you really want to hear. So, according to me, in some videos, I've got some advice. I've got some way forward life. Life is not all about a simple spoon. So, guys, I think let's style up, ladies. Let's make our money. Let's read our books. But as we mind, a family is a family. We all need men. We all need a family. our kids need a mom and dad, we should also work on that. And if you have money, you have books, respect your man, because books are nothing to your man. Money is nothing to your man. Your man made your man. When you respect your man, all shall go well. Thank you so much. And this week, our suggestion is let's fight depression, because depression is too much. Most especially in my country. I don't know. You can tell me what's there in your country. Young girls are losing their lives because of depression. I don't know why it's too much these days. But how can we do to fight depression? You can also talk to me and tell me what you feel about it. Thank you. Bye-bye. May God bless you so much. Stay tuned. Mashallah.
Because I believe what you're telling me is honestly, and I'm like, who wants this deal?
Who doesn't want this deal? A beautiful woman that is a great mother,
right,
has a great career.
Okay. Don't care about your career.
Strong, like I'm submissive.
But listen, did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? Don't care about your career.
Yeah.
The thing is, ma'am, it's the two kids. It's the two kids. Everything you're saying does not overcome the deficit that two children bring.
If you have money, that doesn't matter to you.
If you have what?
I said you have money, that doesn't matter to you financially.
I have more.
You have what?
I have more. More money. I have more money than you. I have more money I have more money, and I can go over there and get her, and she's 25 and she has no kids. And I don't have to deal with any of the stuff we just talked about. She's 25, agreeable, cooperative, fit, and ready to get on my program, have butt-naked, freaky circus sex, and she's happy to be there and experience all these new things. I'm dealing with a 30-year-old woman who's got her mind. Listen, okay. See, when this conversation is over, I go back to my wonderful life. You go back to your life still trying to figure these things out, and I'm just trying to help you, lady. I'm not saying you're not everything you're saying you are.
Down for the next 8 years, basically.
But you're not, okay. And who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I mean, I got options.
Who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I got options. I don't really.
Ma'am, you didn't know. No, that would be a fiance. See, this is where the truth comes in. You can either, ma'am, you don't have these kind of options. And I'm trying to explain. Okay, then you wouldn't be here. If you actually had options of the kind and caliber of man that you want, then they were really considering you to be their wife, you wouldn't be here right now.
I know. I'm just kind of learning about. I mean, I'm new here, so this is literally my first time really.
Well,
watching
but the thing is, ma'am, you're still you're a baby mama of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And are you telling me you're dating someone seriously?
Oh, I always have options.
I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you are vague, I'm going to bid you a good night. Just asking you, are you dating someone seriously?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been seeing one another?
It's been 2 years.
2 years. Has he expressed any desire to make you his wife?
Yes.
Has he taken you ring shopping in the last 2 years?
We've been ring shopping, yeah.
When?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
But this ain't the guy that really just sparks I don't know. It just doesn't feel like someone I want to be with forever. So that's.
So I go back to the first thing I asked you. Are you telling me you are seeing someone, then the man who's actively considering you is the man you want to be with? And you said, I've got options. And you just went through this convoluted way of getting back down to, I got
It's
somebody
hard to
in the...
explain my love life.
Well, no, ma'am. What it is it's hard for you to deal with the truth. What it is one, you don't have a man that you want considering you to be his wife. You got a man that you don't want who sounds like he would take you, but you don't want to marry him. That's why it's been 2 years. This is why you're on here trying to figure it out. And I'm only trying to help you, but it seems like you'd rather argue or be right than listen.
No, I'm not trying to argue.
Okay, well then I need you to understand that your children are a massive impediment. How about this? Would you like to have additional children?
I would.
How many?
Oh, maybe 2? 1 to 2.
So let's say you and I were to get married, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What you automatically set up is you get pregnant on our wedding night, and you give birth to Kevin Jr. Then a year after that, you give birth to Kim. Kevin and Kim are my biological children with you, right?
Okay.
Then I still have to take care of your 2 other children, right?
So we have 4.
4 kids in the house.
Yeah.
Kevin and Kim are mine. Mm-hmm. If I decide to spank Kevin, you can't say shit to me because he's mine biologically. You can't tell me, listen, okay, you're going to sit there and zip your mouth and let me get through the example before you say something. Can you do that? Give me a minute. Kevin and Kim are mine. They're my financial responsibility, and you cannot pull the mommy card on me because biologically you can't one up me. You can't play the high joker. You can't say those aren't. But when it comes to your children, they're your children. I've got to discipline them in line with what you think is right. So I got 2 sets of kids in the house under 2 sets of rules. That's madness. I've seen it. Men don't want that, ma'am. Can you understand that?
With Glovo, you order anything you want, and when you receive it, you celebrate it. Because when the grilled chicken is here, the weekend starts. And when the cake arrives, the party...
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with having children already. Because you would have 2 kids by me, 2 kids over here. But yet, if they want to go to college, I'm still supposed to pay for it. If your children want to go to college, I got to put a roof over their head, food in their bellies, and provide for them just like I was providing for Kevin and Kim. Except Kevin and Kim, let's say you and I divorced. Kevin and Kim are mine. I still got visitation. Do I necessarily have anything with those kids? If you decide not to let me see my stepkids, you could cut that bond. You ladies never think of it from a man's side. It's all what you want. And like you said, you want a man to not be into all this superficial stuff and which means you really don't give a damn what we think. We're just supposed to come in and do what you need. That's fine, but you better be offering a hell of a deal. And I've yet to hear that.
Only because of the kids?
Well, the kids are big, ma'am. They are big. I mean, and here's the thing. You do have the option because you say only cause of the kids, but that's a big deal.
Would you date so you dating a woman with children is like off the table for you?
I married a woman with a child, ma'am. I understand what I'm talking about. I'm not just doing. No, I would not date a woman with a child. No, I would not.
Gotcha.
I've been there. And the thing is, where's the children's father?
Oh, I left him.
Where is he alive?
Yeah.
Is he involved in the children's life at all?
Yeah.
Then if you really are serious, give custody to the father. Go off with your new husband and make a new family. See?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Well then guess what? Buy a dog and wait till they're out of the house, man, because I talk about women like you all the time. You're not willing to give anything up. I asked you about discipline. They don't need this. They don't need that. Give up custody. Can't do that. Ma'am, you're not fit